It's an $800 million industry that employs more than 6,000 people across the country. But one of the leading taxidermy shops in the country is right here in East Texas. This week's Hooked on East Texas, we travel to Wood County to check out Lake Fork Taxidermy. It's an unassuming building in Alba near Lake Fork. A simple door, and behind the door a humble showroom. Just a few replicas of bass, redfish, and sea trout. But Lake Fork Taxidermy is known worldwide. And there's nothing pretentious about this down-to-earth business and one of its owners, Jason Pierce.
Our father always took us fishing, and that's where it all began.
But a career in taxidermy? Jason remembers the moment. He caught a fish and took it to a taxidermist.
I took crappie to him, and he mounted it for me, and right then I knew, wow, this is pretty cool.
That was 33 years ago. Jason and his brother Clayton, still in high school, opened Lake Fork Taxidermy.
We did about 50% replicas and 50% actual taxidermy.
Actual taxidermy, or stuffing real fish with filler material, was time-consuming and smelly, so the brothers switched to replicas.
Quit going home smelling like fish all the time.
The lifelike recreations are made from molds like these.
These are some of our largemouth molds that we use a lot of.
There are hundreds, too many for this room. So there is a warehouse full of all shapes and sizes of fish. The molds are made from fish that have naturally died.
We take the actual fish and mold it, and that way we're able to diversify the sizes.
The molds are filled with polyurethane foam and rotationally cast. Bigger molds can take an hour. The mold gets a base coat of paint, eyes are added, and pictures of the trophy fish help add detail.
The picture we use just to kind of look at the frame of the fish and the colors of the fish and to paint it.
Fish replicas are a mix of artistry and engineering. The final airbrushing brings the fish to life. The small staff, all who have worked here for almost 2 decades, make between 800 to 2,500 fish replicas every year. Preserving memories of a great fishing trip is just one part of the story. Conservation is the other.
You go and catch your personal best 10-pounder, and if you get a mount of that, instead of getting a skin mount, you get a replica mount, that 10-pounder's back in there for her to spawn again, for her to be caught again, and that just makes better fishing for everybody.
Tom Lang is the director of the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center. It's where sherlunker bass, caught in Texas lakes every winter, are spawned before they are released back into their home lake. Lake Fork Taxidermy makes all the replica mounts, 600 so far over the last 30 years, for anglers who catch a big bass during the Toyota sherlunker season.
I'm so grateful for the quality of work they do, because I think of it from a fisheries perspective. Since they've done such tremendous replicas, that means that those fish weren't harvested.
The future of fish replicas may include 3D printing or other technologies, but artistic detailing will always be crucial. They say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. A motto Pierce and his brother live out every day.
Pretty crazy how you can make a living these days, and we've been doing it for 33 years. My grandmother, you know, she would come in and she would say, well, when you boys gonna get a real job? And I say, well, Ma, hopefully we won't have to.
That's exactly right. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day. Hey, Lake Fork Taxidermy makes fish replicas for nationally known businesses such as Bass Pro, Raising Cane's, and many others. So next time you see a fish replica, it might have all started right here in East Texas.